Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jen and I am officially working from home. I've been working home for about 2 weeks now and I am really starting to get the hang of it, and I really want to make the best of this situation, use it as sort of a way to reset and really channel my energy into doing things that are going to make me feel good and make others feel good in such a scary time where we do need to be social distancing and staying inside as much as possible. Here are 8 tips to just make the best of it and be as productive and happy as possible. Okay. Tip number 1, start your day with something positive. How you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you wake up and check all your work emails, you're gonna hop right over to your work area and just start working because that's all you know right now. Whereas in the past, you were able to, you had to get ready for work and whatever errands you did in the morning. You did a whole routine and you commuted to work and that was your morning. Do not get stuck in a habit of waking up, checking your work email, getting stressed, and then going over to your desk area or starting to work in bed. Instead, here are some other ideas. So we all know that I use the 5-minute journal every single morning and night. I won't bore you with my whole spiel on how much I'm obsessed with it, but you can go to my video where I did describe how it changed my life. I'll put it right up here. This is one way I start my morning before checking work emails. I mean, sometimes I check my phone, but I really try to just do this first thing in the morning. It's a way for me to set the tone for my day because the first thing is a quote and then I move on to what I'm grateful for, what would make today great, and daily affirmations. So this really helps me start my day on the right foot. But if that's not for you, some other things you could do are morning meditations, a morning stretch, take a walk outside, practice morning mantras. Gabby Bernstein has a bunch of mantras she could talk you through on her website. I know she has like beginner's guides for mantras and meditations and all that stuff at gabbybernstein.com. I'm going to be posting a video on the best meditations that are free and online that I found, so stay tuned for that. Just find something to do in the morning that is positive. Could be cooking breakfast, it could be listening to a podcast while you drink your coffee, it could be spending 10 minutes with your dogs. Whatever it is, make sure you're setting the tone for your day with something positive that is not work related. Okay, tip number 2 is to separate your workspace from your lounge and enjoyable space as much as possible. So I know if you live somewhere like New York City, like me, that can be very hard. I'm lucky enough to have been able to escape to my parents' house in Long Island. So what I've done is, my siblings did not come home, so I've been using my sister's room as my workstation, and she has a desk, so I am there. So then after, when I'm done at like 7 o'clock, I shut my computer, I leave my office, and I go into my room to lounge and enjoy and feel like the work day is over. Work is in that room, I left it in there, and now we're in here, and it gives you some work-life separation. But I know that's really hard in New York City, so something I was doing, you can make a desk. You might not have space for a desk, but make a desk out of something else, whether it's a kitchen counter. If you have like a beer pong table that you have folded up in the closet, like whip it out, make a desk. It might get crowded, but situate yourself in a desk-like area so that you can either fold it up, put it away, or step away from it and go to your bed at night to watch TV and like hang out and feel like work's over, now I'm in this area, and just separate the two. This is A, gonna make you more focused and in your work zone when at work at your desk area. B, it's gonna make your time off way more enjoyable. And C, you're still gonna get that work-life balance. You need that work-life balance, you need that work-life separation even when you're cooped up at home, quarantining, social distancing, whatever you want to call it, you still need a work-life balance. Okay, 3 is add in touches of positivity into your work area. So things that you normally wouldn't do in the office or didn't think to do in the office or can't do in the office. Like, I don't think I'm allowed to light a candle at my office at work, so now I've been lighting a candle every day just to, anxiety levels are high. So if I can put in my desk area a candle. Another thing I put is a diffuser. I put lemongrass in it or eucalyptus. Both of those essential oils are awakening and positive and refreshing to smell. So I do those 2 things. Other things you could do is put on focus music. I'm not a focus music person. If I feel like I need some entertainment or some noise around me, I listen to podcasts. And then when I really need to focus on like writing an email or something, I'll pause it. But I find that's better for me than watching TV, because TV you can get like really sucked into a show and then, your bed's like a foot away from you. So you just want to like finish the episode in bed and then you get distracted and you get too comfortable. So find something something that's sort of your thing to add a touch of zen, stress relief, excitement to your workspace. Tip number 4 is very simple. Move. It's very easy to get stagnant and lazy and fall into a very lazy, comfortable routine when you are not required to leave your apartment or house, or actually more so you're required to stay inside. So it's easy to get into a low energy routine and let work completely take over your day. So I personally like to start my day with a workout. If you would rather end your day with a workout, that works too, but it's just sort of like doing something before and or after work to, again, separate the two. But also, I like to do it in the morning because I find that it really pumps up my energy. I feel like I had a morning before work. I'm in a more positive headspace going into starting my work day because I'm like, oh, I had this whole morning routine, I worked out, I sweat, my endorphins are running, I'm in a better mood, and I'm more comfortable and less complainy about starting my work day. So I've been taking advantage of all the free Instagram Live classes that are usually really expensive. So like Rumble, Barry's, Y7. I've been really taking advantage of those. I'm loving getting that vibe and workout for free, even though it's obviously not the same. That's what I've been doing. So it just gets me excited in the morning. Every night I look at all of my favorite workout classes. I look at their Instagram stories and I see like who's doing a live workout in the morning. And it's great. And now we have more time working from home to squeeze that workout in. We have less excuses. We don't need to get ready for a big meeting because that meeting is now going to be on FaceTime and you don't even need to have pants on. So there's that. You don't need to factor in a commute. There is more time in the morning. Other things you can do in terms of moving is you could take a walk outside in the morning that goes with starting your day in a positive way and moving. Go walk the dog midday to get some fresh air. Move your body. Your back is gonna really start hurting because yeah, you're used to sitting in an office chair all day, but like you had to walk to get there. Now you lay down, get up, sit in the chair or whatever it is. It's like you really gotta get moving. It's gonna make working from home so much better because you're gonna feel better mentally and physically, I promise. You don't have to force yourself to do this killer workout, but like go take a walk. Number 5 is take mental breaks when they're needed. So one thing I've been liking to do when I feel really overwhelmed, but I know I have like 2 hours with no meetings, I have to be doing work in those 2 hours because I am very busy right now. But one thing I've been liking is Inscape. If you've never heard of them, they're a meditation studio in New York City. I don't know if they have them in other locations, but they also have an app that you have to pay for that I've never gotten because I've really never been into meditation. So I was like, I'm not going to pay for an app when I'm not into meditation. But anyway, they've been releasing them free on their Instagram. And I did a 10-minute Inscape meditation. Usually the other places I've been seeing that have meditations go like 30 minutes. I don't know if that's because they're talking in between or in the beginning or in the end or whatever, but I did a 10-minute, I just said 10 minutes 10 times. Just wanna make sure you get that it was 10 minutes. Do you get it? Okay, so I did a 10-minute gratitude meditation from Inscape. It was a very short amount of time to remind myself of all the things I need to be grateful for, and I really needed that because I was really stressed out on top of all the stress and anxiety that comes with the pandemic that we're dealing with right now globally. Being with my parents 24/7, it can be a lot when you're used to living alone in a studio apartment, but it also gave me a bit of time to just be grateful that I do have this house to come home to and I do have my parents, and just like take a step away from the constant chaos that was work. I'm going to have a completely separate video on my channel for the best online free meditations out there right now, like Inscape, so definitely take advantage of those. Subscribe so you don't miss them. And another person that I love is Yoga with Adrienne. She has a YouTube channel and she has this one video. It's called Office Yoga Break or Yoga Office Break, something like that. And it's literally for when you just have 15 minutes for an office break. So take advantage of something like that. Take a break and go cook lunch. Even if it's 11 a.m. or if it's 3 p.m. and you need something to do, cook lunch for the next day. Go eat lunch in the other room while watching TV or listening to a podcast just to like get out of the workspace for a little bit so you can re-enter and re-energize. Or call a friend, call a family member, and then back to the office. Number 6 I find very important, and that is maintain your productivity and organization methods from in the office. If you are someone who writes lists and keep a very strict calendar, don't let yourself get too comfortable at home and get lazy, because you're just going to spiral down into a hole where you're dropping the ball on things and you can't keep track of things. You have to maintain as many skills and methods as you had inside the office, especially so that whenever you do transition back into office life, you're not totally thrown off and it'll be a smooth, easy transition. Some things I had been doing in the office was I have my one notebook where I take notes for every meeting. That is what that notebook is reserved for. And then I have a separate to-do list where I keep track of everything that I need to do, and I highlight things that are of priority and I cross things off, and I'm always keeping it up to date. So right now, even though all my meetings are on Zoom and on conference calls, and I could just like start a Google Doc and start typing my notes, I'm keeping my same exact method so that I don't get thrown off, and so that when I go back into the office, all of my notes are still in that notebook, and so that I feel like I'm in the office. I don't want things to change. I want to be as productive as possible to feel like I'm in the office. And I maintain sending out calendar invites for Zoom meetings and conference calls just as I would a regular meeting. So I find that that's really helped me, and I think it's really going to help us all when we get back into the office, and really help us all just maintain our methods of organizations and stay on top of things. Okay, number 7 is maintain FaceTime. So use Zoom, use video conference, get on the phone for anything that you would, of course meetings, but also like things that you would normally pop over to your colleague and ask a quick question. Try not to rely on Slack or text message, because number one, you never know who's home alone right now during this quarantine and is gonna need the extra FaceTime just to like get them through the day and feel like they have that communication. If you're watching this, you're probably used to being in a big office with at least 10 people, maybe 100. I know I am. And to be with just 1 or 2 people in your house or your apartment or your studio, you need that FaceTime with other people. Number 8 is take advantage. If business is slow due to your industry right now, take advantage. Call someone that you've been meaning to catch up with for a while. Call someone and check in on them if they might be struggling right now, whether it's triggering or a family member is sick. Take the time to check in with them. Spread the love. Also, pick up a hobby that you've been wanting to pick up but just haven't had the time to do. Whether it's learning to cook or cooking more, or changing your recipes up that you might not have had time to do because you had to like quickly meal prep and get to work. Start reading a book, and if business is a little slow, you can read 10 pages or read for 10 minutes. That could be part of your mental break. You know, you wouldn't really want people to see you reading in the office, but now you're home. So if things are slow, you don't gotta fake like you're busy. You can do things that make you happy. It's hard to be stuck inside, especially if you live alone. It's just all really hard right now. So we have to take advantage, because when life is go, 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 we're complaining about that too. Things are really scary right now, financially, health-wise. Things are scary, so you just have to try to take advantage and spread the love and be that light of positivity for other people who aren't able to have a positive mindset right now. So take care of yourself, guys. Subscribe for more productivity and self-care content. Stay healthy. I will see you guys soon. Mwah.